Alrighty, so this is like the fourth time I'm recording this because my computer wants to give me all kinds of trouble today. So if you're hearing this, great news, I got it out. So hopefully you are hearing this. If you are, please be sure to leave a like. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And if you really like it, subscribe. This is what we do over here. So what I got for you today, 5 ways the Cleveland Browns can beat the Kansas City Chiefs. So just a disclaimer straight off the bat here. If you guys know me, you know I am a Browns fan. So, you're going to get this from a Browns fan perspective. And another disclaimer, I think the Chiefs are going to win this game, right? I think it's going to be a very close, hard-fought game. But in the end, I think the Chiefs are going to edge out the Browns and win by a field goal, win by a touchdown. But these 5 ways the Browns can beat the Chiefs that I have listed for you, I honestly think that the Browns have a real shot, right? And if they do all 5 of these, I think they have a legitimate close chance of winning this game. So number 1, unique blitzes. They got to take advantage of their defensive talent and their unique abilities, right? They bring in a ton of talent this offseason. They're getting guys back. They bring in Jadeveon Clowney, John Johnson, Troy Hill. They get Grant Delpit and Greedy Williams back. They bring in Anthony Walker in the draft, Greg Newsome, JOK. They bring in a ton of new defensive talent. And I think, in this matchup, the Chiefs have a lot of new people on that offensive line. We saw what it looked like in the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes was running for his life. And the Chiefs identified that problem, and they've gone out and tried to fix it. Now, with the offensive line, that takes time to gel. We saw that in Cleveland last year, and I think for the Chiefs, it's not going to be fantastic off the bat, right? They got guys that I love. Orlando Brown, great player. Joe Thuney, great player. Creed Humphrey, great player, as well as their other offensive line. But it's going to take a minute, right? And for Chiefs fans, don't be disappointed if it's a little bit tough early. The Browns have so many unique players here with unique pass rushing ability. And I think for the Browns, they got to do some unique blitzes here, right? Grant Delpit, if you go back and watch his LSU tape, that's one of the best things he did was be used in blitz situations. JOK, he can be used anywhere. But I think for the Browns, you don't want to overwhelm him in this game because he will be starting. That was the news coming out. But I think there's different ways they can use him, and in the blitz situation is one of them. Jadeveon Clowney can come in and play inside from the defensive tackle position, and they can put somebody like Tack McKinley out there, speed rusher off the edge. I think the Browns got a lot of guys here who can do a lot of things, and that goes for Johnson and Ronnie Harrison too. I mean, they got a ton of guys, and I think they have got to take advantage of the Chiefs' new offensive line and the fact that it might not gel ASAP. I think they got to start off the game, unique blitzes, delayed blitzes, whatever it takes. They got to see what this Chiefs offensive line is early. And then from there on, you can reassess, but I think they got to come out hot and heavy, blitz, do different blitzes. I think that's a big key here. Number 2, they got to use the screen game, right? I went back and watched the highlights of the playoff game, and David Njoku was used on a tight end screen, and it went for like 30 yards. And I'm not sure if we ran another screen in that game. So the Browns have a ton of guys here. Obviously, Kareem Hunt is one of the best running backs to use in the screen game. He's such a quick twitch, burst speed kind of guy. They got to use him like that. They got to get him involved in the screen game. David Njoku, as I talked about, and Nick Chubb can do that as well. They have got to get that done. Even with wide receiver screens, they just got to get the screen game more involved. So I think that's going to be a big part here. Number 3, take advantage of the mismatches. I have listed here mostly the Chiefs' offensive line. We talked about that a little bit, but as well as, the Browns' offense. They're getting guys back, and this ties into my 4th point here, which I'll just go ahead and say it. Let the playmakers make plays. Odell Beckham Jr.'s back, baby, and you got to find out how to use him because if not, he's gone. So in this game in particular, I think the Browns have to do some unique things here. Number one, this is a good time to test if Donovan Peoples-Jones is legit. And if you know me, I started the DPJ bandwagon, and I've been riding it ever since. He was the only player at Michigan that I was ever afraid of. And, I'm an Ohio State student, been a Buckeye all my life, diehard fan. He was the one guy that I just had a ton of respect for and was afraid when he got the ball. And I was so happy when the Browns drafted him. If it was me, I probably would have drafted him as high as 3rd round. Like, I liked him that much. Urban Meyer came out and said he had first-round talent. We're seeing that now. He's coming into his own. He's got himself right mentally, physically. He's got the playbook down. He knows his assignments. I think this is a good opportunity with OBJ coming back. Use DPJ more of the outside role. See if you can take shots downfield with him. And then I would use OBJ more inside. Use him almost as a Tyreek Hill style over the middle, doing unique things, trying to take advantage of his speed. I think they got to take advantage of the mismatches there with that and the fact that the Browns have so many weapons. So 3 and 4 tie together there. Take advantage of your mismatches and let the playmakers make plays. Browns got a ton of talent, and they need to use it. And in this game in particular, they're going to have to use it if they want to win. And I think that's just a couple ways there that they can do that. And number 5 here, wrapping up with the 5 ways the Browns can beat the Chiefs. Healthy diet of Chunt. Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, best back duo in the NFL, by far in my opinion. That two-headed monster. Listen, we know how good this offensive line is. The reality is, in this game, the Browns are going to have to control the clock to an extent. Now, they're going to have to go head-to-head with the Chiefs scoring, but a big key to beating the Chiefs is going to be keeping their offense off the field as long as they possibly can. In game situations, you don't want the Chiefs to get the ball back right before halftime, score a touchdown or a field goal, and then get the ball right after halftime. It's just little stuff like that is a big part of the game plan here. And, the Browns did not use Kareem Hunt right in that playoff game. And I think this is a big, big factor here. They have got to rotate these guys. We've seen how effective it can be, when Kareem Hunt comes in more towards the end of the game and he's completely fresh. We need that this entire game. They have got to rotate Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, use them in different ways, but keep them in and out. Keep them fresh. Let them get breathers. I think that is a huge part here, and it's going to help control the clock, because those two, when they're fresh and they're healthy and they got breathers, you can't stop them. And behind this offensive line, you saw what Dearness Johnson was doing in the preseason, and obviously I love Dearness Johnson, but he's not Nick Chubb and he's not Kareem Hunt. So the bottom line is they have got to use these guys more effectively, and especially in this game, use them as far as clock management when you need to run the rock. And that's what the Browns do best. So out of those 5 ways, I think that is the biggest points here. Obviously, Baker Mayfield's going to have a great game. Just like DPJ, I've been defending Baker since day one. I've been watching him since Oklahoma, watched him a tad at Texas Tech. I love Baker, and this is his year. I'm telling you, he's going to have a Josh Allen-style year this year, and at the end of the year, everybody's going to say, no doubt, that he earned his money. Now, obviously, you're going to have the haters, as usual, who say it's the team around him, but the reality is, he looks fantastic. That preseason game against the Falcons, he was comfortable. He had a couple knockdown balls that did not faze him. That throw he made to Kadero Hodge for the touchdown, very few quarterbacks can make that throw. He rolled out to his left, had a man in his face, did not panic, and made an incredible throw right where it needed to be, only spot it could have been. Great, great throw. Baker's going to be ready to go. I have no doubt about that. But, when you go back to the Oklahoma versus Texas Tech games, Baker versus Mahomes, we're going to need that Baker. We're going to need the gunslinger who's a careful gambler, as Skip Bayless likes to call him. And, listen, I think, I guess you could say 6 things there. We're going to need Baker to be Baker. And I think the Browns can win. So let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching. If you do enjoy this, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Go Browns.